Hello, everyone. Welcome back to NeoEnglish, the podcast where we help you learn practical English quickly by talking about real news and current events.
You're in the right place if you want to improve your English and keep up with interesting stories. Today, we'll talk about some big news from the world of finance. Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae Stocks Soar as Trump suggests taking them public. It may not happen quickly. This story is from Barron's.
That sounds complicated, but don't worry. We'll explain it step by step in simple English. Let's start by talking about who Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are.
Great idea. So, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are two companies in the United States. They help people get home loans, which means they make it easier for people to buy houses.
Right? These companies don't lend money directly to people. Instead, they buy home loans from banks. This way, banks have more money and more people can get loans. For example, if a small bank gives a loan to Mary to buy a house, the bank can sell that loan to Freddie Mac. Now, the bank has money to help John buy his house too.
Good examples. Now, what does it mean that their stocks soar? The word soar means to go up quickly and a lot. If we say the price of apples soared after the bad weather, it means apples became very expensive very fast. Or if someone's mood soars, they feel much happier.
Yes, and stocks are shares of a company that people can buy and sell. So when Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae stocks soar, it means the value of those shares went up a lot. People who own them could make money if they sell.
Exactly. The next part of the story says, Trump suggests taking them public. In business English, when a company goes public, it means their shares are sold on the stock market to everyone, not just a few people. For example, if your favorite coffee shop goes public, anyone can buy part of it by buying stock.
Another example, imagine a tech company gets big and wants more money to grow. They go public so lots of people can invest. That's what taking a company public means.
But the article also says, it may not happen quickly. This means that even though President Trump suggested this idea, it will take time. There are many rules and steps before Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae can become public companies.
Yes, and sometimes something that sounds exciting can take months or even years to really happen. For example, maybe your school says you'll get new computers soon, but you have to wait a long time before you see them. Or a new movie is announced, but it takes years to come out.
Let's look at some vocabulary and phrases. Soar, to go up very quickly. Stocks, pieces of ownership in a company. Go public, when a company starts selling shares on the stock market.
Also, we said home loans. This means money borrowed from a bank to buy a house. The bank expects you to pay it back, usually with extra money called interest.
And shares is another word for stock. They mean the same thing.
Let's retell the story using these words. Imagine two big companies, Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. They help banks offer home loans to people. Now, their stock soared because President Trump said he wants them to go public. That means their shares could be bought and sold by anyone. But this change might take a long time.
Here's another way to explain. Imagine your friend has a lemonade stand. At first, only you and your family help. But then your friend says, let's let everyone in our neighborhood buy a piece of my stand. That's like going public. If a famous person says, I think this is a good idea, people may get excited, and the price of shares can soar. But it still needs a lot of work before it really happens.
That's a great example. Phoebe, let's review the most important vocabulary and how to use them. Soar. The verb soar describes something going up quickly. For example, the price of gold soared last week. Or her spirits soared after hearing the news. Stocks or shares. These are small pieces of a company. You can say, he bought some Apple stocks, or I sold my shares in that company. Go public. When a company goes public, its shares are sold to anyone. Example, the company went public and many people bought shares. Or, they plan to go public next year. Home loans. Money you borrow from the bank to buy a house. I got a home loan to buy my first apartment. Or, banks often check your credit before giving you a home loan.
Let's summarize today's story one more time with the vocabulary. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae are two big companies that help people get home loans in the US. Their stocks soared after President Trump suggested taking them public. That means anyone could buy shares of these companies. But the article says this change might not happen quickly.
That's it for today. If you want to keep learning English with us and not miss the daily news, be sure to subscribe to NeoEnglish.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Keep practicing, and you'll soon be talking about current events in English. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, and see you next time on NeoEnglish.